Hi, Jason Rulo with Pinnacle Personal Performance Training. Warm-up, something that we require of every single client that we have. Something that most people take for granted. We want to make sure that everybody warms up properly, so we've developed a dynamic warm-up. Relatively simple, requires no equipment, takes about 4 to 5 minutes to do. But it's going to get you a good overall warm-up of all the joints, warm up with most of the muscle groups. It's nearly all the ones that you're going to be using, and warm up the neurological system as well. First exercise that we use is a high step. It's going to be jogging in place. Obviously, if you have some joint or bone and joint conditions, you might not want to get any plyometric type motion, so marching in place may be a better option. But high stepper is just running in place with your knees high, just like this. Kind of like you're running through tires, knees coming up to about hip level. We want 20 repetitions, 20 on each foot. Okay, second exercise is cross arm or seal jumping jack. We're going to go this way. Rather than going up high, like you would with a typical jumping jack, we're going to go across the middle. It is a tendency, because of neurological systems, that your legs may cross. That is okay. It doesn't matter if they cross. But you're going to cross arms one way, jump, not mess myself up, cross this way, back and forth. Obviously, if you need to go overhead, or if you feel the need to go overhead, you can do so. But on this warm-up, we're trying to do across the chest. Push-ups. Okay, traditional push-ups, the best possible. Thumbs are in the armpit right here. Do a full push-up, 90 degrees at least on the bend in the bottom. Full push-up all the way up. If you can't do that, do as many as you can do. Drop to your knees. Same type of push-up. Don't get your butt back too far or anything like that. Keep everything flat. Do as many as you can do. If you can't make 20, that's great. Fine, whatever. Do 10 when you start here, and then we'll do 10 when we come back here in a little bit. The idea is obviously to do 20 at one time. Most of our clients have to do 10 at the start and then do 10 later. If you can't make 10, just do whatever you can do. If you can't do any, do a negative push-up where you're just lowering yourself down slowly, getting back up, and then lower yourself down slowly. Okay. X-step lunge. This is the most complicated one of all of them. Okay, so most lunges are in line where your feet are together. You're going to take a straight step out. This one, your feet are actually out wide, about hip width apart. We're going to step straight out. Tap to catch your balance, step straight back, okay? Then we're gonna switch legs, straight out, straight back. We're gonna go 10 reps each way. 10 forward, 10 back on the right, 10 forward, 10 back on the left. When you're stepping out to the side, when you're looking at it, we step out here, I want my heel down here, and I want this knee to almost be able to touch the floor. What you're looking at is a distance of about 6 to 8 inches between the heel and the toe front to back, okay? Now when I go back this way, same type of deal. When I come back down here, I want a distance of about 6 to 8 inches right here, but I'm switching my leg use. Now my weight's on the other leg. So when you step forward and you push off, weight's on this leg. When you step back, it switches to the other leg. So I'm going to switch this way, weight's on this leg. Step back this way, weight's on this leg. Okay, forward and back, 10 forward, 10 back on both legs. Okay. This is where you would do that second set of push-ups. If you can only make 10 on the first one, then we do 10 on the second one. Otherwise, if you make 20 straight through, that's probably a good enough warm-up. Finish the warm-up for the shoulders. We're going to do windmills. Go windmill forward 10 and windmill back 10. Big circles all the way around. Last thing, most difficult thing for most people, is the reaching RDL. The key here is to warm up the posterior chain, the hamstrings, the glutes, the low back. So, what we're going to do is going to have you reach out. I'm going to start with my right leg. I'm going to reach out with my left hand. My weight on my right leg. My right knee is bent. It's going to engage more of the hip. Knees bent, reaching down, acting like I'm going to try to pick something up off the floor. You don't need to go all the way down. The key is to keep the back flat. If you can't go all the way down, that's great, but it doesn't matter as much. We want to keep this back flat. Right here. So if I'm facing here, see my back's flat here. If you have a shoulder injury or rotator cuff, you need to warm it up, stretch beforehand. A good way to do so is to put your hand behind your back here. It's a little more difficult to balance, but it's a way to get that stretched and warmed up. Again, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to reach with the other hand. It is the opposite hand from the leg that's on the floor. So if you're looking at me, the hand and leg that are straight are both together. So this is both my right arm and my right leg are straight. So I'm going to go reaching down just like that to pick it up off the floor, back up. Trying to keep everything balanced. It's not a speed race. It's not a thing we have to go quickly. Stability, we're trying to make sure that the whole body is warmed up, both neurologically, muscularly, joints, everything. Like I said, it should take 4 to 5 minutes. Don't get in a hurry. Take it nice and slow, but make it be effective. Good luck.